Welcome back, everybody. A couple of weeks ago I purchased this upper and lower toolbox off of Marketplace. Last week I did a video on the lower box, and today we're going to go through the top box. I paid $400 for the pair, so let's take a look to see what's in the top. Almost 97% of our viewers are not subscribed. Become a subscriber today. It really helps out the channel. Thank you. I think the top is the best, so I'm going to start with the bottom and work my way up. Okay, starting off with the bottom drawer. In this case, it's the 6th drawer. This is a 6-drawer top. Now, some of these drawers might have quite a bit of miscellaneous. I'll probably just look past that and talk about the tools. Got a wire brush. Always nice to have a few of those around. Looks like a brass or brass-coated wire wheel drill attachment. So these are Thorson deep, I'm guessing 3A sockets. These are Thorson USA. These are SAE. This one's an SK. So it's missing one, replaced with the SK, but most of it's set. Okay, next box up, this one's marked Toledo. Looks like most of the bits are missing. We got another mystery box here. Bunch of Allen wrenches. I've looked at 3 or 4. So far, I've not seen any brand name. We have a KD thread file. Snap-on punch set. I have a drill bit box marked with Mac on it. Most of these are gone. And last thing in this drawer is a chain wrench. And this one's actually Blue Point. So that'll be it for the bottom drawer. Moving on to the second from the bottom, or the 5th drawer. Got some rivets, rivet gun, Stanley tape measure, painter's tape, file here, Craftsman. Got some Black & Decker wood boring spade bits, an SK flat tip screwdriver, another drill index. This one's marked Lawson. About half of these are missing. A little branch cutter, tree trimmer, saw, and that finishes off that drawer. Okay, 3rd drawer from the bottom, otherwise known as the 4th drawer from the top. A lot of miscellaneous here. Just trying to dig around a little bit, see if there's anything worth talking about. In that bag, there was a number of different bits for a magnetic bit driver. Those are handy. Got an old Stanley screwdriver here. Flat tip. And pretty much just a bunch of miscellaneous hardware junk. So that'll be all for the 4th drawer. Moving on to the 3rd drawer from the top. Another one with quite a bit of miscellaneous. You're probably thinking, where's the tools in this box? But trust me, they're coming. I'll definitely be using these. Cable clips, they have like a little sticky back on them. About the 4th package of these I've found in the upper and lower box. But they come in handy. Nice GB wire stripper cutter. Thinking this is a Blue Point. Yeah, it's a Blue Point. I've had these before. Big crimper cutter. This looks like a channel lock. It's a channel lock. 338, I believe it says. Nice diagonal cutter, side cutter. Definitely used, but the blade's still in pretty good shape. Some miscellaneous screwdrivers. Looks like a bunch of no-name There's an older Crescent Crestalloy, made in the USA, 8-inch adjustable. Still moving freely. And there's a Mac drum brake spring tool. I see a number of drills and taps in here. Air gun. Looks like it's Chinese. Got a Stanley square. There's another thread file down here. This one's another KD. And then just some real miscellaneous items in here. So that finishes off the third drawer from the top. Okay, moving on to the second drawer from the top. Got an Ace Hardware nut driver, Craftsman spinner handle, Stanley flat tip, got a pretty full container of razor blades. I go through a lot of those, so that'll be a good find. Got an Ace Torx screwdriver. Got a Mac, sort of like a ladyfoot pry bar alignment tool. Got some very well used, I believe this is Craftsman, yeah, Craftsman number 3, I think this is going to be. And we have a very well used nut driver, a small version of that ladyfoot. This is a snap-on. Got a made in the USA Skill Tech plastic caliper. A Woods voltage tester. A number of these Craftsman crowfoot sockets. Well, these are Allen actually. They look just like Craftsman. I'm going to guess whoever made them for Craftsman made them for Allen, because they look identical. A couple of these Craftsman ratcheting wrenches in here. A little 2-piece pick hook set, I guess. I don't see any sort of name on this one. Some Ace jigsaw blades, paint can opener. Can't quite make the name out on this needle nose. Not sure if that'll focus in there. Got a butane torch tip. It says Worthington Pro Grade. Got some other miscellaneous screwdrivers in here, and then we have a Cornwell ratchet, 3/8 drive. It's got a snap-on FXW4, so it's a wobble 4-inch extension. And then on that has a snap-on 3/16 Allen bit socket. So that's a pretty good find. Not a bad drawer. That's going to finish off the second drawer from the top. Moving on to the top drawer, this one is pretty loaded. It's mostly wrenches, if not all, except for a couple miscellaneous pieces. Between the very top portion of the box and the second drawer, I was already sold on the $400 price tag. The rest of the box to me was bonus. I'm going to take these out as I go through them. Actually, here right in the front is not a wrench. This is a Vulcan snap ring pliers. Old Williams Vulcan. Don't see a lot of Vulcan tools. Some people are definitely collecting these just because they're not that common. Digging down to the front, I've got a 5/8 snap-on combination wrench. Craftsman 1/1/16. I did notice there's quite a few SK wrenches in here. These are the polished version. This is 11/16. 1-inch Craftsman. Here's an Allen brand 17mm. Allen brand 12mm. This is a Craftsman Professional 5/8. This has the raised panel, fully polished. Another one of these ratcheting wrenches. There was 2 in the drawer before this. There's usually 3 or 4 in that set, so I see there's another one here. So those 4 might make the set. There's an Allen flare nut wrench, 5/8 11/16. These are marked USA. I'm not sure who made Allen. Here is a slightly modified Craftsman 5/8. This probably belongs in the top. This is a snap-on 3/8. This is a snap-on 9/16, but it's actually an SOEXL, which is a long handle, and then it's got the blank drive extra, I believe they call it. It's got the little teeth inside the opening. This looks like a no-name. Oh, it's actually a good door when they went to India. Another Craftsman Professional. This is a 3/4. 3/4 SK. Another one of these Allen USA flare nut wrenches. There's a few sockets in here. These probably belong in the top. There's a 3/4 snap-on impact, a Mac 9/16, 3/8 drive, 12mm Craftsman 1/4" drive. Or off the side here, we have a little 1/4" Craftsman, 5/8 Craftsman. This is the older style V series. It's got the narrow shank on it, or narrow handle. It's a 3/4. Got a 1/2" SK. I didn't notice these at first. 3-pack premium lubricated latex condoms. Not even going to check if they're in there. Probably should have had gloves on for that. We got a 13mm Craftsman socket, 14mm. These are 3/8 drive. Unfortunately, this one is modified. This is an older Craftsman shorty box wrench, but somebody cut it open and bent this end. Here's an older style V, 7/8 Craftsman. This is, what's that say, Sparta? This is a Sparta 13/16. Not sure I'm familiar with Sparta. It does say made in the USA. Oh, we got a big Cornwell 5/16 stubby. It's a nice wrench. Craftsman 13/16. SK 7/8. Got an SK 7/8 stubby. Craftsman 15/16. Craftsman 14mm. Allen USA 10mm. SK 13/16. I'm going to guess there's most of an SK set in here just because I've seen quite a few when I looked through the box originally. Might be missing some, but here's an angled 4-way wrench. This is a snap-on, and it's 5/8. Got a snap-on 1/2". Craftsman 11mm. Craftsman 10mm. I think this is our second snap-on 5/8. SK 15/16. SK 1". Got another Craftsman raised panel professional 7/16. I think these were maybe made by SK. Looks like an SK 3/8, a little bit crusty. Allen 19mm. Craftsman 9mm. Got another one to the set of the Allen flare nut wrenches. Here's another Craftsman raised panel. This is a 3/8. SK 7/16. SK 18mm. SK 5/8. Here's another one of the Craftsman Professional. This is not a raised panel, I don't think. No, it is. This is another Craftsman raised panel 1/4" professional, and then a 5/16. This one a little rusty. Again, they have this, well, if you didn't watch the first video, they had quite a bit of this paper towel in here. I think that paper towel soaked up moisture and is what caused most of the rust. Don't line your toolbox with paper towel, is my tip of the day. Here's an SK 11/16. So that's a stubby, of course. Craftsman 5/8. Allen 13mm. Here's a stubby SK 1". Now, I didn't dig through this drawer when I went to buy it. I just opened the drawer and saw what I needed to see, and I was good to go. This is a 5/16 Craftsman, 10 mil Allen. Got a handful of Craftsman ignition wrenches in here. Here's a double open quarter 5/16 Craftsman, 7/16 SK. Here's a stubby 7/16 SK. Stubby 9/16, so there could be most of a stubby SK set in here. Here's an 11/16 Craftsman Professional. This is the non-raised panel. So they must have just bought some here and there of the ones they needed, because there's not a set of anything of those. Either the raised or non-raised panel. Here's a 5/8 SK. Probably about the 5th 5/8 wrench in here, so those were covered. 11/16 SK. Here's another stubby 13/16 SK. Another stubby. This is a 5/8 SK. Craftsman 12mm. Another 5/8 Craftsman. Half-inch Craftsman. 14mm Allen. Another stubby SK 3/4. I'll probably complete the set. If I don't have them all in here, I'll probably just pick up a few to complete it. 3/8 SK stubby. Sorry for lighting on some of these. It seems to be either dark or highly reflective. 15mm Allen. Ooh, 5/8. Nice to find one of those in here. 5/8 Craftsman Professional, non-raised. I've had some Cornwell wrenches in the bottom, so I'm guessing this is Cornwell. It is. It's a 7/8 4-way, or I don't know if they consider this a 4-way, angled head wrench. And that's about it for this one. Okay, moving on to the top. This was actually not shown in the photos. I did message the guy. I said, you don't show the top. What kind of stuff's in the top? And he said it's a lot of sockets, a lot of it's Craftsman and Snap-on and Mac. And I guess you never know till you get there. But I drove about an hour and 15 minutes each way to get this box. It was kind of a half blind because he only showed like 4 drawers out of the top and bottom total. But figured if he was telling the truth, it was going to be worth the drive. So as soon as I opened this, I was good to go. I think I'm going to start off in this front tray area and work my way back. It's not real organized. I think there's a lot of partial sets in here. First thing out of the box here is a Napa USA half-inch drive ratchet. Pretty nice ratchet, actually. Probably something I'll keep around. A pretty long extension in here. 3/8 Craftsman. I'd guess about 18 inches long. Very long Mac cabinet screwdriver. It's long enough I can barely get it into the shot. Again, it's about 18 to 20 inches. Let's see, it's marked 18 on the part number, so 18-inch screwdriver. Got a rail here. Just a few Craftsman sockets on that one. Got an 8-point double square. A couple 12-point SAE sockets. Got a larger Snap-on 1 1/8 half-inch drive socket. I think there's some more of these in here, but I'm not sure. There's a wrench in here. It's a 9/16 4-way Snap-on. Big extension. This is a Napa USA. Not sure who was making the tools for Napa USA. Here's a Craftsman 3/8 breaker bar. Snap-on. It's about an 8-inch. Yeah, it's a 8-inch wobble extension, 3/8 drive. Here's another long one. This is a Snap-on. This is a 24-inch. Looks like it has a very slight bow to it, but I can't quite tell for sure. Maybe not. Hard to say. Another Snap-on wobble. This is a 11-inch. Lady foot down here. This is a Snap-on. The end's a little hammered or cut off or ground. Usually they come out to more of a point. This one's flat on the end. Got a 1/4 inch Craftsman ratchet in here. This one really needs a cleaning. Couple 1/2 inch Craftsman extensions down in here. Got another row here. Looks like we got some snap-on adapters, Craftsman swivels, Craftsman sockets. We got a Napa 1/2 inch breaker bar down here. USA again. So there was a couple more extensions in there, otherwise that finishes off that front tray. Got a pretty big set, well, not in number, but just in size, of these snap-on metric hex bit sockets. If I can get that out. 19 mil is the biggest one. Those are heavy duty. There's also another set back here. I'm going to guess this is the SAE version. Snap-on again. Biggest one here is 3/4. I mean, if you went on the truck and bought this set and this set, I'm sure you'd be more than I paid for the entire box. I paid $400 for the box. I kind of figured I got $250 on the top and $150 on the bottom. I'm not sure what that one's for. It looks like it's threaded on the back side. I feel like this almost goes on like a puller or something like that. I could be totally off, but that's what it feels like. All right, right down in the front here, I think these are Mac sockets. And they're weatherhead sockets, I believe. So, all but one is Mac. One on the, oh no, this one's Mac too. My bad. They're all Mac. So it's a Mac weatherhead socket set. Not sure I've ever had Mac branded weatherhead sockets before. I've had a number of Craftsman, or I should say Snap-on before, but not Mac. In front of that is a set of swivels. And it is nice that they have these mechanic time saver magnetic socket holders in here. This is Craftsman. I don't know if they're all, oh no, this is Snap-on 3/4. Craftsman. Nope. Snap-on 5/8. And a Snap-on 9/16. Those are 12 point. A lot of times you see them in 6 point. Got a 1/2 inch to 3/4 adapter. Snap-on. Snap-on 1 inch 3/8 drive shallow. Snap-on 15/16. Here's a stud puller. It's a Snap-on. We got a 3/4 Craftsman in there. And we move on to the blue set. This is, first one Snap-on. Yeah, these are all Snap-on 1/2 inch, well, I shouldn't say all, here's a Mac. 1/2 inch impacts. Like I said, these are not necessarily full sets by any means. Although there's probably some here that go with these. There was another one in a different drawer. There's one over here. This is a no name. Here's a giant drag link socket. Snap-on. Couple Craftsman sockets in there. And let's see, can I make a name out? I can't on that first one. Snap-on chrome socket. Yeah, I thought the first one might have said Proto. This one says Proto. 3/8 impacts. Of course, you know, I don't know what these all are. This is SK. So obviously these are not matching. They're not full sets. But that being said, Proto, I would, oh, here's a Snap-on 3/4. I would say, even though they're not full sets, even though they don't match, still worth what I paid. Here's a Napa socket. It's an impact rated. Let's see what this rail is here. Most of what I'm seeing is Craftsman USA. This red rail here. First one is showing a Snap-on 7/8, so this is a shallow snap-on set. Well, shouldn't say set. Here's a wobble extension, snap-on. But most of it's set. Well, that's a proto. It's a pipe plug socket, I think they call them, the square drive. There's quite a few snap-ons, not a set. Wouldn't take much to make it a set. And then this swivel is a Craftsman. Allen, these hex bits are, first one is snap-on, 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 snap-on. So back here in this case, it looks like a Craftsman case. This is a Craftsman, 1 1/8. Craftsman, Craftsman. So most of a 1/2-inch Craftsman set back here. Then we have a row of double square. First one's a Craftsman. These are stuck in here. These haven't been removed for a while. Craftsman. I'll assume they're all Craftsman. Good set to have. I won't be keeping them in these holders, but I'll clean the holders up and use them for something else. So the only thing left is this side. I know these swivels are snap-on. These are ones that I checked as I bought it. These are 1/2-inch drive swivels. These are SAE. These are all snap-on, I believe. So far they all are. Not a full set again, but most of the larger sizes. Got a snap-on swivel, impact swivel, with the lock button, or locking pin, whatever you want to call it. And I think most of these on this edge are going to be snap-on impacts. Not a full set, but a good start to a full set. But when I saw this, I thought, well, there's enough in here to, when I saw the top, I thought there was enough in here to justify the price of the whole box. And there were some good surprises in the rest of the box. If you haven't watched the bottom yet, I'll link it in the description. Check it out. There's a couple good surprises in there, but that's going to be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.